Hey everybody, it's Ab. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I just filmed a big declutter, so go check that out. I'll link that below. But I basically got rid of a lot of stuff that I didn't really want to use anymore, didn't feel comfortable using because their cruelty-free status or just the controversy of the brand. So today is my 10th Shop My Stash episode, and I started this when I started my no-buy. I pick a few products from each category, like one or two, maybe three, sometimes three lipsticks, just to use for a few weeks at a time and then move on to something else. So while I was decluttering, I found quite a few things that I wanted to get rid of, but they were kind of close to being used up, and so I just thought I would go ahead and use them up, count them as an empty, and be done with it. And then there's also some things in my collection that are a little bit older, not too old, like about a little over a year or so. Some are a little more than a year, and I just want to keep on top of it, keep using stuff up, and not let my collection get so big. So I quit doing project pans, like per se, a while ago. But this kind of is going to be a project pan, kind of not. I'm not going to do like monthly updates or whatever, but I'll just let you know how I'm doing. I don't know, maybe, I guess that is an update, but I don't know how, so we'll see how this goes, how I'm going to update on the stuff. But I'm going to work through these items and then not like do another Shop My Stash kind of thing until these are mostly all used up. Anything, like if there's any category that I haven't mentioned something in, like I didn't put a blusher, a bronzer, or a highlighter in here, so any of those I can just pick whatever I want for those categories. So the first thing is this e.l.f. Hydrating Primer. I have a backup of this. This one, by all means, should be almost gone, like if not gone. I don't know. I'm afraid to open it because when you open these airless pumps, it kind of messes it up, so I'll just keep using it until it runs out. And then I have this Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I have it upside down so that the product kind of goes toward the wand, because if it's all the way down at the bottom, I can't get it out on the little scraper thing. I do have one of those silicone like beauty spatula things, so maybe I'll try to use that if I, get down to like the very end of it. And then when I use that up, I'm going to use the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. So I did have this in a project pan a while back. It's just getting kind of old, and yeah, I need to go ahead and get a move on with that. Then I have one concealer in here. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This, again, should be pretty close to being used up. When it gets a little bit farther down, I'll pop the stopper out, which if you didn't know, you can, if you get like a concealer or lip gloss or something, you can, this little rubber piece at the end, you can take, I usually take like a pair of tweezers, an old pair, not one you, like one you don't care to bend up because it won't bend it. Take it, stick it, like kind of jam it in there sideways, and then just pop it out, and then you can, the wand will reach like pretty much all the way in there. So it's a good way to get some more use out of your stuff. And then I have a couple powders in here. So this first one is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Smooth Operator, and there's like hardly, there might be like 2 or 3 uses left in that, so I'm just gonna use that and then move on to this NYX HD Finishing Powder. So I've hit pan on it, so there's still quite a bit left. This one I didn't write on my list, but I'll probably just use this up naturally as because sometimes, like today, I'm not wearing any foundation. I just put on concealer and then this powder foundation. This is the Kat Von D one. I do have one from Pure as well. I want to get rid of the Kat Von D stuff, obviously, if you've seen my declutter video. But this one, I've hit a pretty big pan on it, and it should be gone in no time because I go through powder foundation really fast. And this powder is not really part of it. I'm not like actively trying to use this up, but for setting foundation, I don't like to use those, like the Tarte one or the NYX one, because they're too reflective. They're white in the pan, so they're gonna be white on your skin. So I like to use this e.l.f. Beautifully Bare finishing powder. It's tinted, so it's a little bit better for setting foundation. So I'll use this just continue like throughout the project. And then I have a backup of my Physicians Formula one that I really like, and then I have One that I do want to continually repurchase is my favorite. It's the Milani Prep Set Glow Powder. So I'm saving that one for last. I'll use, like, I go through powder really fast though, so it's not like it's going to go bad or anything. And then I have a setting spray that I want to use up. This is the Wet n Wild Matte Finish Photo Focus Setting Spray. I just used this before I put on even primer, and it just helps to control oil. But I don't like Wet n Wild anymore because they're lying about being cruelty free, so I don't use them anymore. It's probably, I don't know, down to here. Maybe I should be able to use that up pretty quick. And then now onto lipsticks. So I have this one from Anastasia in the shade Latte. It's their matte lipstick. This was my first Anastasia lipstick, or liquid lipstick. My first Anastasia like matte lipstick, and I really like it. And I have have 2 other shades, and this one is a little over a year old, so I want to get use out of it and move it out instead of keeping lipsticks around forever. Then I have this e.l.f. Day to Night Lipstick Duo. There's 2 just little bitty baby lipsticks, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal to use them up. And I like to mix them together too. I don't really care for each individual shade on its own, but mixed together they're pretty good. So that one is also a little bit over a year old. And then I have this Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Sleepless. This one again is a little over a year old. That's the oldest lipsticks that I have in my collection. You can see that it's like a light purpley mauve kind of color, and I really like it. And the last thing is a lip liner. I have had this. This is probably the oldest product in my collection now that I got rid of one of my old Kat Von D lipsticks. This is the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in the shade Spice. If you're an OG YouTuber fan and you watch Emily Noel 83, I got this because of her, like a long time ago. So like I think on my spreadsheet I put 2015, but it could have been earlier than that. So there it is. And pencils last a pretty long time as long as they don't dry out, and you just keep sharpening it, and it's fresh every time you sharpen it. So yeah, definitely use this up and get my use out of it so I can get rid of it, just like everything else that I mentioned. Alright, so that was it for my kind of sort of not project pan. I don't know what to even call this. But yes, that's all the stuff that I'm going to be using for the next foreseeable future. It'll probably take me a while to get through all of these, but I'm on a no-buy, so it's not like I'm itching to try new stuff. So that's about it. Let me know what you think, and subscribe so you don't miss any other videos. Give this one a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you then. Bye.